To choose a position that you enjoy, but that also allows you to play to your strengths. By learning about and practicing various positions, you can determine your best skills and pick the right position. At the same time, you will increase your knowledge of the game and become a better player overall. Practicing various positions. Try your hand at first base. As the name suggests, a first baseman is responsible for watching the line between home plate and first base. Lots of balls get thrown toward first base, so get practice catching if you want to play the position. You'll need to be skilled at keeping a foot on the base while also catching balls headed your way in order to make outs. First basemen need good focus, since the position gets action in many plays. If you are tall, this can be to your advantage as a first baseman. You will be able to stretch to catch errant balls while still maintaining contact with the bag. A strong throwing arm is less necessary for this position. Practice the shortstop and second base positions. These two positions often work together, so try your hand at both if you are interested in either. Shortstops and second basemen need to pay attention and think ahead when runners are on or headed toward bases, so that they are prepared to make a catch, touch a base, tag a runner, or get a ball to another baseman to make an out. Shortstops hover between second and third base, which means they need to be prepared for action. These players often have more movement than any other, so stay focused when you're trying out the position. Outfielders frequently throw balls to the shortstop, who relays them to one of the bases to make an out. A good throwing arm, speed, and agility are essential for both second basemen and shortstops. Test your skills at third base. Be prepared to see less frequent action when playing third base, since this position probably has less contact with the ball than the other infield positions. However, you'll need to work on your speed, because when your moment comes, you'll have to act fast to catch a ball and try to throw it all the way to first to try and get an out. Bunts and grounders often go to a third baseman, so concentrate on reacting to these if you are interested in the position. Perfect your throwing as a pitcher. Standing in the center of the field, pitchers get a lot of attention, but they have a tough job. Practice your throwing arm, since you'll need to throw pitches that are hard for the batter to hit fast ones, but also curves, screwball, and others. Don't neglect your catching skills either, because if you want to be a pitcher, you'll need to be ready for bunts, grounders, and pop-ups. See how good you are as a catcher. While it might look like the catcher doesn't move much, it's one of the most important positions. If you're a good leader, then try this position. You'll be facing your teammates, and have to be good at calling the game. In particular, you'll have to work well with the pitcher, by signaling which type of pitch is needed. If you're an active player but not the best hitter, you might consider this position, since batting ability isn't necessarily considered a high priority for it. Catchers may also need to keep track of balls and strikes, and be ready to participate in infield plays when needed. If you're trying out for the catcher position, keep your mind on these skills as well. 6. Give the outfielder position a try. Though sometimes they get a bad name or are looked down on, outfield positions show their importance in critical moments of the game. There are 3 outfield positions, but the general skills needed for them overlap. Try one of the outfield positions if you're a great hitter but fielding isn't your strength. Center field needs to be prepared to cover a lot of ground. If any balls make it past the shortstop and second baseman, or to the wall, it'll be your job to go after them and get them back to the diamond to make an out. Left field concentrates on the part of the field past third base. This position can have to handle a lot of hits, since so many hitters are right-handed. Right field will need a strong arm. If a deep ball comes your way, you may have to throw it all the way to third base, since the hitter will have had more run time. Whichever outfield position you try, be prepared to have less frequent action. On the other hand, you'll need to stay focused on the game for when your moment comes, and when it does, you'll have to act fast and cover a lot of ground. Don't neglect your hitting skills. Every player will benefit from being a strong and consistent hitter. Practice lots of swings so you'll be ready when it's your turn to step up to the plate. Your coach may develop a batting order based on hitting ability, but other factors come into play as well, so make sure to ask if you have questions.
In softball, the pitcher stands on a flat surface and must throw a bigger, softer ball underarm. If a pitcher throws the ball through this area, it's a strike. If a batter swings and misses any ball, it's also a strike. If the batter hits the ball outside the foul lines, it can be a first or second strike. And obviously 3 strikes means you're out.
Anytime a batter hits the ball in the air and it lands in foul territory, it is a foul ball, and a strike is called against the batter. Base runners must return to bases. They cannot advance. Is batting into the infield and then breaks between home plate and first base, or home plate and third base. It is a foul ball. It is a strike against the batter. The batter cannot run and base runners cannot advance. Anytime a batter hits a ball directly into foul territory, even if it curves over the infield before it lands in foul territory, it is a strike against the batter and a foul ball is called. The batter cannot advance and nor can the base runners. After a batter hits a foul, can base runners be run out or tagged out if they are off their bases? No. The ball is dead, runners return to their bases.
Scoring in softball. 1. In softball, to score a run, the batter must successfully first hit the ball and make it around the bases without getting out. 2. After each batter manages to make it around the infield, 1 run is scored. 3. A run can be scored even if the batsman who hits the ball doesn't make it around home plate but manages to get a player already on the bases home.
If the batter hits the ball out of the park between the foul lines, the batter, and anyone standing around the bases, gets to walk freely around the bases and back to home. All runs scored.
The winners of the game will be decided after 7 innings have been all completed. The team with the most runs after 7 innings will be declared the winner. If after 7 innings the game is tied, then extra innings will be played until a winner is found.